What's up, y'all? What's going on? Another day, another dollar. It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be alive. Blessing to be alive. Count your blessings, my friends. Okay? Try not to be negative and complain about the little things. You know, for all of us, I know many of my followers have had some of the similar struggles that I've gone through, and when that's the case, you gotta be happy for the little things. Be happy for the little things in life. Waking up, you know, not having a fucking stand for count, or just hear keys. You know what I mean? Cops walking with keys jingling. You know what I mean? Shit like that. The shit that, like, if you were to go back and you were to hear, you'd be like, oh my God, fucking, I didn't miss that. I didn't miss the loudness of just ignorant cops, because, you know, they're not aware and trying to be aware of that's your home when you're there. That's where you sleep, that's where you eat, that's where your cell is, whether it's next to the bubble, whether it's next to the desk, it's where you live for the next however long you've been sentenced for or housed there until you go to court. And there is not many cops, if any, that are sitting there and thinking, oh, let me be respectful, let me take into mind that this is this person's dwelling for the time being, and try to keep it down, because none of that's happening. You know, and I've ran into some, you know, some real disrespectful motherfuckers that really kind of go out of their way to fucking make a lot of noise and just not give a fuck. And I've had many words throughout the years over such things, and it's like talking to a wall, because they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And, you know, each joint's different. When you've been to so many different joints, you know, throughout the years, growing up, going through all these DYSs, and then graduating to adult jails and adult prisons, house corrections and prisons. Every place is ran differently, and different as far as respecting inmates and convicts. And I will say that you know, as far as Cedar Junction went, as far as Walpole went, when it was a level 6, the cops there did respect the cons for the most part. I mean, obviously you had ones that just were always different and didn't give a fuck. And mostly they weren't guys that worked blocks in it. Like, they were very, I would say, meticulous in who they put where, you know. The cops that did the assignments and put cops in different blocks. And usually all the block cops were very, very respectful of the cons. I know all the ones I had at 6 Block, I was quayed or classified. It's called quayed to 6 Block, and we had screws that just didn't give a fuck. And one screw in particular, being Cheney, that guy, like, more than didn't give a fuck. I watched, I'm gonna have to get into a story real quick, which isn't the one I was gonna tell, but I might as well, just now that I'm thinking of it. And this is how much the cops there, and this one in particular, didn't care. It was Christmas. It was Christmas Day, and I had built a rapport with this guy because I I had a fight or two that had gone my way, and I haven't told those stories, and I haven't felt the need to yet, because I wanted to tell certain ones first that kind of paint a certain picture. But I had won a couple fights in deciding sorry, I'm getting stuck for words. I had won a couple fights, like, on the tip, in very deciding fashion, or how I can't remember how the saying would be, but I won by a very large margin, we'll say, and I looked good doing it, and I didn't overdo it. The fights were finished before the cops came in, because in Walpole, when they freeze it up, the cops in the block leave. They exit the block, and then all the cops in that end, whether it's the max end or minimum end, they all reconvene in the hallway, and then they come in together. So that whole process takes a while, because they take their time. So if you're in a fight in Walpole and you need help, you're losing, and you don't have no backup, I don't know, it sucks for you, but that was never a worry I had when I was there. But both of these incidents I had, the fights were done before the officers had to come back in the block. And I guess that I had gained some respect from him for that, because he himself was, I don't know if he fought professionally, but he had grown up boxing, he had grown up fighting. He was from Worcester. So he liked that. And he was just cool. He didn't give a fuck. Like, this guy didn't write tickets, he just didn't give a shit about anything. So, there was a kid on the block, and he was a white kid. He was a Latin king. He was from Worcester, and he had definitely fallen out of favor with them guys. And I had seen it coming, because the kid would get drunk and kind of act stupid and do stupid shit. And he had did something stupid, really stupid on the block. And there was a king on the block. Mostly grew up in Puerto Rico, but he was about his business. He was definitely about his business. He was a good kid. He was very friendly with the white guys, and he definitely wasn't going to get away with it with this kid on the block. And the white kid's name was Chase, Mike Chase. So this was at night. So they weren't doing a tattoo, and he come in and got crazy with Yayo, who was the Latin King kid I was talking about. And it was just a bad move by him. And it was something that wasn't gonna. And he was drunk and beamed out, and it was something he probably definitely would have done if he was sober. And yeah, so he was in there with a couple guys, and they basically closed the door, or it was open cells, but they stood in front of the door so he couldn't leave, and jumped him in the cell. And he got poked up a couple times. Yayo hit him up a couple times. But he got hit up. The spots he got hit up were bad spots. And this what ends up coming out later. What was dangerous was it was an old knife. It had some rust on it. So he got hit in the kidney, and he got some rust in his kidney. But he stayed on the block. I was talking to Bianchini when it all started happening. I was kind of trying to distract him. And I really didn't even need to, because he had seen it. He's like, what the fuck's going on here? He's like, you could tell him I don't care. I'm not gonna, unless someone is saying they need to leave the block. I'm not trying to write no tickets today. He was doing a double. He worked the morning and he was working the night, so he's working 16-hour shift. He's like, I ain't trying to write no tickets. But I don't know if he knew at that time that he had got poked up. So Mike comes out the cell. He's bleeding very bad. He's got fucking holes all in him. He got lumped up because there was a couple of heavy hitters in that cell. It wasn't just Latin Kings. There was some Spanish kids from Boston that weren't Kings, that were hood guys. So we end up locking in, and that was that. So he ends up fucking, I don't know if he was drinking more, talking shit outside the cell, and just saying some more stupid shit, like just inaudible shit that it couldn't make sense out of. I don't know if it was gang shit. I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but I'm like, this fucking kid just doesn't learn, just doesn't want to fucking get it. So when we come out for chow at night, this fucking idiot come out, right? He goes to the trash and grabs the trash lid. This is some of the crazy shit I ever seen. Not just in prison, but in my whole life. And he grabs the lid, and he's got his DOC jacket on, his big fucking jean DOC jacket on, thinking that's gonna help save him, like, from getting hit up. And he uses the trash lid as like a shield, like he's a fucking Greek, like he's a Roman soldier or some shit. And he comes running out, fucking, I'm fucking ready, da, da, da. So he's got the fucking shield in one hand, and he's got a knife in the other hand, and he just goes running at fucking Yayo and dudes that are standing with him. And the cop's fucking standing there, and I'm standing there next to him. I'm like, fuck. Like, what do you think about this being seen? He's like, I don't fucking know. He's like, and I don't give a fuck either. That dude wants to act like a fucking idiot. I'm not saving him. He's on his own. I can't believe, because I know that the cop, could get in trouble. He's gonna fucking get hemmed up if something really bad happens to this kid. And, Chase ends up getting beat up again. The knife he had really wasn't a good knife, because now he's on the outs with everybody. He's on the outs with the white guys, the Worcester white guys. Definitely don't want no part of this fucking nonsense, because it's stupid and he's dead in the wrong. And we're not going to back the Worcester white guys on this play, because we don't want nothing to do with this fucking idiot. And you're going to get beef with a bunch of other fucking factions over this kid acting like a moron because he can't handle his booze. And he was a white gang member in the first place. Like, that's his choice. He made that choice when he wanted to be a fucking Latin King. Like, that's on him. And he ended up getting fucking beat up a couple of other times that night. And eventually, when we were locked in that night, when they came around for meds, somebody said something. I think he said something. But the kid almost died. He got rushed to the hospital because his kidneys got infected, because he had some rust in his kidneys. But the cop never freezed it up. Like, some crazy shit happened in that block that night. There was a couple other fights in the cells and everything, because everybody was drunk as shit. It was Christmas. So, that was like Christmas of 06 or 07. Because the Christmas before was when the shit started with, that started the whole fucking Salty Charlestown beef. So now, fast forward, okay, 1 year later, we're on the same block, same cops working, right? Bianchini's working again, 6 Block. Now, 6 Block really had the best cops, even when he wasn't working. We had Corey at night, and Corey didn't give a fuck neither. Corey was cool as shit. Shout out to Jason Corey. Fucking, he was my block cop when I went back for classification and gave me a job. And he just liked me and guys that were on that block. And, he froze it up during one of the fights. I got really mad at him. He's like, do what I had to. Fucking do his fucking bloody mess. Like, I didn't think he would freeze it up. But, you know, guys have to do what they have to do so they don't get fucking hemmed up in their jobs. So, fast forward to the next Christmas. I think it was Christmas of 08. And we're on the same block, 6 Block. And he comes up in the cell and we're all drinking again. And he's like, are we gonna have another Christmas like last Christmas? And I'm like, listen, I got everything. I'll make sure nothing crazy happens with us. I can't control everybody else. Do you know what I mean? I can't control what other races do. But it looks like everybody's chilling. Everybody was kind of chilling, watching football. The mood on the block really wasn't like that. I didn't foresee nothing crazy happen. And I pretty much had control of the white guys. So, I'm like, nah, nothing crazy's gonna happen. So, now, I don't know if I think something might have happened so I couldn't call home the day before. The day before is my mother's birthday. So, I had to call home to say happy birthday to my mother. So I go to get on the phone, right? And a friend of mine, I'm on the phone with my mother. A friend of mine comes and grabs me. He's like, dude, your buddy Malachi is up there fighting with your other buddy, Artie. And I'm like, fuck. What the fuck? Like, I don't know what the fuck they're fighting over. I gotta go that way. How do I go that way? How do I get that way?
You have to go down that way.
And go around again? And go around again and go up, what, Lawrence Street here? Or go, alright, I'll figure it out. So, sorry, fucking detours, they're tearing up the whole main street. So, this is crazy. So I go up there and fucking Malachi, which is Jeff Damaris, and Adio are fucking fighting over a 3-pick. Adi doesn't know what a 3-pick is. So Jeff tells him, I guess he yells down and says he wants a bet, right? Adi wants a bet. Malachi's running the book for Mike Carapresso, and Adi wants a bet on the basketball game. I think the Celtics were playing on Christmas on ABC. So he says, what's the line? To Malachi. And a lot of people don't know what a 3-pick is. So, for all those who don't know what a 3-pick is, which Adi did not know, a 3-pick is whichever team you pick, and a lot of bookies do this in the joint, including myself. And it's a trap, basically. If the line's under 3, they make it whichever team you take, you're -3. So no matter who you take, say if Boston was playing San Antonio, you're -3 who you take. So say if San Antonio was +3 in the game, I make it a 3 pick. So if you take say you wanted San Antonio with the 2 points. Now you really want San Antonio in that game, but in actuality, if you took it, they were getting 2 points. But now I just made it a 3 pick. But to take them, you got to give up 3 points. You're -3 no matter who you take. And it's a sucker's bet, because that's a 5-point swing. You're basically giving up 5 points from what the line would have been. You're only giving up 3 in the game, but you were supposed to be getting 2 points, but now you're giving up 3, if you follow that logic. So that's how the bookies get you with the 3 picks. So he asked Malachi, what's a 3 pick? Because he didn't know, because a lot of people don't, like I said. And Malachi yells down and gets fresh with him, because Malachi did have a fresh mouth. He says, if you don't know what a 3 pick is, you shouldn't be fucking betting. So Adi does what I would have done, the same fucking thing. He goes up there, right, in the cell, in my cell, they're in my cell, fucking drinking, right? All this happened in my cell, and I ended up getting hemmed up for this. Dribbles him. Malachi dribbled him, right? Hit him like a 4 or 5 piece. But Adi's drunk, doesn't feel it, goes right in on him, and fucking puts him in a bear hug, like you wouldn't fucking believe, and starts squeezing the fucking life out of him. So by the time I get up there, Malachi's still in a bear hug. And now Malachi doesn't have much time in on his first debut. He doesn't know that he's being chicken hawked by the kid Adam Roja. Now Adam Roja is a key figure. He's the kid from Pittsfield that got jumped from the Celtic table. That set off the whole Charlestown Celtic. So a very key figure Adam Roja is. But he's a dangerous kid. He's a very fucking weird, dangerous kid. So his first order of business when he gets to a block is to make a knife. So you best believe he had a knife. Now he's just getting up there, and Malachi's his little buddy, but Malachi doesn't know he's trying to fuck him. But so I get up there, I'm like, fucking Adi, get off him, Adi, get off him. He will not get off him. He's in a straight blackout. So I had to fucking blast Adi, right, in his stomach, right? Not once, but fucking twice, as hard as I can, to get him to fucking snap and wake up, to fucking get out of this fucking blackout. I fucking blasted him. Boom. Boom. Right? Because he's fucking made of, he's a heavy set kid, but it's very solid. And I fucking blasted him. The first one I really didn't put everything into it, but the second one I did, because he's gonna fucking kill this kid. He's like literally squeezing the life out of him and suffocating him. The kid can't breathe. So he fucking finally stopped after I hit him a second time, because now he's choking. He's ready to fucking puke. I hit him so hard in the stomach, I put everything into it. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, I promised this fucking dude there wasn't gonna be no problems. He's gonna let us all fucking drink and have a good time, because it was a fucking stabbing last fucking Christmas. And here you are acting like idiots. He fucking, and then they explain what happened. And I'm like, Malachi, you can't fucking talk to people like that. You know, and I'm in the middle of telling a story, and I forget what happens. But Malachi gets fresh again, and Adi goes after him. And Adam comes in and just starts stabbing the shit out of fucking Adi. And now at this point, the cop had come up So the cop's right there, right? When the second argument starts happening. And Artie tries to go after Malachi again. And I'm in the middle. But Adam just starts hitting Artie up. And Artie's got no shirt on. So you're seeing it. And this is a good knife. It's a nice knife made out of the side of the bed. I had watched him cut it. And he hit Artie up. Boom, boom, boom. He hit him like 6 or 7 times. He poked some good holes in him. And I'm like, fuck. And the cop looked at me. He's like, dude, I gotta freeze this one up. So he did. He finally froze it up. The cop being Cheney. Two Christmases in a row. 2 stabbings in a row. That was that. He was cool, but he did hit the button. They came in, took them out. I'm sitting in there. I'm sitting in my cell. The yips come to me. They're like, "What the fuck?" What? I'm like, "Dude, I'm drunk as shit." They're like, "You smell like a brewery." Fucking, I'm like, "It's Christmas. Like, what the fuck?" You know what I mean? I was just trying to have a good time. I tried everything I could to get these idiots to stop. And, I can't control prison politics, things from happening. What happened. I can't really speak on anything else. And they put me on AAPI, awaiting action pending investigation, for 90 days. So while I was awaiting action, I'm in the cell. I still have a TV, so it's cool. It's like I got logged, but I didn't. I still got to sit for 90 days. It's like I was in the hole, but I wasn't. I at least got to be on the block. I never actually got logged. So AAPI for 3 months, but I fucking snapped while I was on AAPI. Corey, who I got along with, the cop, there was another issue happened on the block with the Muslims. A kid Arab is a Palestinian kid that we got along with, the white guys got along with. He blasted, they were doing some shit with him, and he socked the head Muslim and knocked him out, and fucking, they were gonna get him. But he was on AAPI. They never lugged him either, because they never seen it. So he was on AAPI with me. So we would get showers at night. We would get our hour late at night, at the end of the night, at 10, 11 at night. And he asked me for my hour. But I'd still get my hour, but it would be after count, after 11 o'clock count. And I didn't realize, like, I gave up my shower because they gave me a half hour first before count time, and then I don't know, I got confused, but I didn't take my shower first, so I didn't realize I gave up my rec. I didn't listen to what I was agreeing to. So when 11 o'clock came and after, I'm like, all right, what time you letting me out at? Fucking, and Corey was like, you gave up your time to fucking Arab, whatever his Suleiman, his name was the same as the Octomom, something like that. And I fucking lost it. I flipped out. I completely fucking had a mental breakdown, and I smashed my fucking TV. I smashed my TV off the bars. I can't believe I didn't get lugged. It was only because it was Corey. He got fucking smashed with plexiglass. It's lucky a piece of glass didn't hit him. I had my 13-inch TV. It obviously has the glass, but it's plexiglass see-through. I fucking took it and smashed it right out. It was like one of the stupidest things I ever did. So fucking, I gotta sit there afterwards with no TV. I remember waking up the next morning and being like, that was a dream. I didn't really do that. There's no way that I smashed my own TV last night over a shower that, like, I could just take tomorrow. But, like, that's, like, mentally where I was at. Like, I felt slighted, and I felt, I don't know, angry. And as soon as I got that's where my anger was. It was always at a 10. It always went straight to 10. And I'm glad, like, nowadays, when I get angry, because I have my kids in my life, my family, and I know that I don't want consequences today. I know that consequences are a big thing, that I actually think about consequences, and I don't want to pay them anymore. That I actually try to think before I react. That it definitely isn't like that when I get angry today. Like, I don't go straight to 10. I get angry, but I don't just fucking react anymore. I don't just react, because if I was still that person back then was not capable of being here, sitting here, and being able to do this, and being outside. I wasn't civilian material. Do you know what I mean? The times I did get out and was out, it was only a matter of time, because I wasn't supposed to be, I wasn't meant for civilization at that time. I was a disturbed person with severe anger issues and a substance problem, that even if I didn't have the substance abuse problem, the anger itself, I wasn't suitable for being in the outside world, because I was a danger to not only myself but to other people. And I wasn't like that up until I started going to the joint. Like, I wasn't like that. Like, I became that way, and almost made myself that way as a way to survive. But not only to survive, but because I wanted to be somebody who was respected. And by doing that, I almost damaged myself. I almost lost myself completely. I really did. Like, I have to be honest, I really do. I almost lost myself completely trying to make a statement. And I became somebody that, like, my family definitely wouldn't recognize. My mother didn't raise that. And prison did that. Like, getting to prison, drugs brought me to prison, in that environment, in needing to survive and thrive in that environment, made me a horrible person, made me a dangerous person, and made me somebody that made a lot of mistakes and hurt a lot of people, physically, emotionally, but mostly physically. And there's just so many people, I can't even begin to, like, count how many people. And, like, I have to say that, and I have to do it as therapy, and just to be brutally honest with myself, and with my followers, and with this platform, because this is what I'm trying to do. And I guess people need to know that it's a dangerous place. Mental health could be a dangerous thing when you try too hard to perpetuate something. You can become that and lose yourself, if that makes sense. If I'm making sense, it makes sense to me, because it was me, and it still is. Like, I could turn around and become that person again in a heartbeat, but I try not to, because I don't want to be around the people that I was around, because going from doing time in the 90s in the 2000s, I was around good guys, better guys, and I seen towards the end, it wasn't like that. I don't want to be around them people. I'd rather be around my family. I'd rather be around friends. And I just don't want to be around that environment where I have to be told what to do, told when to go here, locked in. I'd rather have freedom to choose, freedom to do what I want, and to watch my kids grow up, and to be there every single day for them. And that's why I speak about these things, and to try to be a better person for them. And that's what this is about. So I appreciate everyone who made it this far in the video. Thank you so much. Smash that like button, comment if you can, and make sure you subscribe. Keep watching. Thank you.